how the voice is produced. How the voice is produced? Anyone? Just how physical, how the voice is produced. We speak all the time. Pardon?
Through vocal.
Absolutely right. Vocal cord. But vocal cord alone can create voice and words?
Brain gives the signal.
Very true. Brain gives a signal. Then what happens? Brain gives a signal. True. We think in our mind what I have to say. Then brain gives a signal. Vocal cord does not immediately.
We try to select the words, order it, and then the.
Okay, words are selected by the brain, I agree with you. But how the voice is formed, how the words are created? It's critical because then only we will know how we can improve the quality of voice and how we can improve articulation. Articulation means our ability to speak each and every syllable of any word, of any language, clearly. Now, we all breathe. We hold the breath in the lungs. Now, if I want to speak to you, my brain sends a signal and some breath is released. It is that breath which strikes the vocal cord. Vocal cord is here. The breath strikes the vocal cord, sound is produced. Only sound. That sound travels in the cavities. We have cavities in the mouth, cavities in the nose. Some resonance is added, some volume is added. But again, it is only sound. The words are created by the speech organs. By the speech organs. Now, which are the speech organs? Tongue, teeth, lips, jaw, and palate. Tongue, teeth, lips, jaw, and palate. Now, you would have seen people who do not open their mouth adequately. If I am not using the jaw and I am speaking to you, my speech is like this because I am not opening the mouth. All these Chinese people, their syllables are such that they don't have to open the mouth. Yeah, but when we speak English, when if you go to the various countries, they open the mouth a bit too much. In turn, it becomes a little breathy. But English is a language which we have to use our jaw very adequately. Jaw, lips are critical. Now suppose if I was to ask you, request you to say, pass the pens and pencils please. A simple word, pass the pens, P. Would you like to try? P, pass the words and pencils. Yes.
Pass the pens and pencils, please.
Pass the pens and pencils please. Say it one more time please.
Pass the pens and pencils, please.
Okay. One more time.
Pass the pens and pencils, please.
Now don't touch your lips and say the same thing. It's not possible. So that means even though we are using our speech organs, we have not reflected how critical and how important these speech organs are and how important it is to learn their effective and proper use. We have some exercises. We'll do those exercises by which we will achieve articulation. Articulation means ability to speak each and every syllable of any language clearly. Brain is there, brain is suggesting that you say this thing. Brain also records whether you are saying it properly or not. If you are making a mistake in a pronunciation, somewhere you feel that there is a mistake. That means this computer is very strong. Only we have to develop our ability to use our speech organs very well. Now, articulation is one area. The other one is modulation. Voice modulation. What is modulation?
Pitch. Change the
Absolutely right. Pitch is one. What else?
to change the tone.
Tone, yes. Tone is another. Volume. Volume, these days, these things can alter your volume. pause, pitch, emphasis on the keyword and the tone. I repeat, pace, pause, pitch, emphasis on the keyword and the tone. Now, if our pace is very fast, if any person speaks very fast, there are many we come across.
Please allow me to add one more beat. Please allow me to add one more beat.
Please.
That is power.
Pardon?
That is power, which comes through the voice. P-O-W-E-R.
Power.
Yes.
Power is a part of articulation which is breath. Power comes with breath. So that is the mechanics of speech.
Some voices will not have much power.
No, ma'am, that is because they don't use adequate breath. There are other areas also, but power you will lack because if you are not breathing appropriately. We'll talk about breathing. Now, when we speak, when do we breathe? If I am speaking to you, when do I breathe? Without breath, I can't speak. When do I breathe?
When you take a pause, sir.
Absolutely right. You must breathe only when you take a pause, and you must take a pause at the end of a clause, at the end of a sentence, or any such punctuation marks which you create in your mind. Just as written language has punctuation marks. When you speak, again you have punctuation marks. For example, if you are changing from one point to another, it will be like changing a paragraph, longer pause. So bring in variance in pace. If you are very fast, you will not be understood. If you are very slow, you will be very dull, boring. People will not like to listen to you. So that means you should not be very fast, you should not be very slow. If you are speaking at the same pace, is again not interesting. You have to bring in variance. You have to bring in variance in pace and pause. Now pitch. What is pitch, please? You have mentioned pitch. I think someone mentioned. Yeah. What is pitch? Pardon? Notes. Notes is right. Someone said notes. Just as we say we have 7 notes. Do, re, mi or sa, re, ga, whatever you like. Now, you lower note is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. Sa is higher note. Sa is lower. Now, this is not important only for music. This is also very important in speech. Suppose we go to a condolence meeting and somebody says, okay, you say a few words in honor of the departed soul. What should be our pitch? Low pitch. Low pitch. Somber, serious. Pitch should be low. Then we go to the race course. We put a lot of money and there is a commentator who has to speak on the proceedings of the races. What should be his pitch? Very high. Action. Now these are the two extremes. These are the two extremes. But wherever we go, whatever our subject is, pitch must change. And there should be variance. When we speak, we cannot speak on the same pitch. There should be variance. Pace, pause, pitch. Now emphasis on the keyword. Emphasis on whatever idea we have in mind, we must emphasize the keyword in order that the same idea is projected. Because if you change the emphasis from one word to another, the meaning changes. Does it change? Okay, we will have a demonstration. We are all sitting here, so somebody comes and I say, when I went there, he started crying. So you will get an idea when any of the other gentlemen or ladies went, the person did not cry. Only when Satish went. When I went there, he started crying. Then, when I went there, he started crying. Gives an impression that there were many people, only he. Maybe we can name him. He started crying. I said, now I change the emphasis. When I went there, he started crying. Now, when I emphasize started, it shows that he was sitting all right. The moment I He went in, he saw something wrong with my face or something, he started crying. Whenever and then he started crying. He did not dance, he did not laugh, he started crying. So, the emphasis on the keyword is also critical. And finally, the tone. What is tone? Someone said, tone.
Rude.
Pardon?
Tone is there, something how you speak, like it may be very rude.
Yes, absolutely. Tone reflects the emotions. Tone reflects the emotion. Rude, angry, polite.
It's a temperature of communication.
Pardon?
Temperature of communication.
Well, you can call it is good or bad, but yeah, temperature I don't know. Emotions, if we can calculate the emotions with a thermometer, I think it will be very nice. But it's very difficult. Now let me tell you, we all educated families